What's up? What's up? I have a quick tidbit for you today. I heard a piece of this story today in church, and the Lord showed me something that I wanted to share with you guys very quickly. It was the story when Moses was leading the Israelites out of Egypt and was setting them free from slavery. And they got to the Red Sea, and they had the sea in front of them, and they had the Egyptians pursuing behind them. And the people began to cry out and say, "Were there not any graves in Egypt that you brought us into the wilderness to die? Just let us stay." They basically, after crying for all those years to the Lord to be free from the slavery that they were in, now they're asking to just let us go back. But this is what happens when we come to a place of pressure, when we feel like we're surrounded and there's no way to go. But the Lord had said to Moses, and this is in Exodus 14 and verse 15. But first, let me back up to verse 13 because I love what Moses says. Moses says to the people, "Don't be afraid. Stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord. He will accomplish this for you today. For the Egyptians will see you. The Egyptians you see today, you will see no more. The Lord will fight for you if you just be quiet." And this is in the CSB. Some say if you just be still. Hold your peace. The scripture says, take no thought saying. We got to watch what we're saying when we're under pressure and speak only that what God says. But then God says to Moses in verse 15, "Why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to break camp. And as for you, lift up the staff, stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it so that the Israelites can go across." I love this because while Moses is crying out for God to do something, everything God already was going to do was already done. It was in Moses' hand. The answer was in his hand. How many times I've heard people say, "Well, I'm waiting for God to heal me. Well, I'm waiting for God to do this. I'm waiting." No, God's waiting on you to hold your peace and speak only that which God said, to use what's in your hand, what he's already put in your hand. If you need instructions, you can ask him for the instructions, but you already have what you need on the inside of you. So rather than looking outward, look inward and don't get so focused on those that are surrounding you. Because look how perfect it was. It was scary. Why do the Egyptians have to get so close? Lord, why do you have us in this place? Well, guess what he did? Because of what Moses said. He said, "The Egyptians you see today, you will see no more." How? Because when Moses obeyed the word of the Lord and lifted up his staff and stretched it over the sea and divided it, by the time the Israelites got across on dry ground, the Egyptians were also in the middle of the sea, and the sea closed on them and they all drowned. They never seen those Egyptians anymore. So sometimes when it feels like the enemy is closing in on you, trust and believe if you will hold your peace, if you will look for the instruction of the Lord and be obedient to use that which he already placed on the inside of you, you will see the victory and your enemies will be swallowed up, not to be seen anymore. So I hope this blesses you. Have an awesome day.